Hey there, ladies and gents, welcome back to Griever Productions. This is the first video I have recorded since being back, and it always turns out that when I have a little bit of a break, for whatever reason that may be, Erik releases more music. And, I'm sure he does it to spite me. No, I'm sure he doesn't. But over the last couple of days, I've got to admit, there's been a lot of people asking, when's this one coming out? When am I reacting to this one? And your answer is, it's coming out right now. This is the reaction. I will admit, in my circles, though, this particular song, this particular release of Erik's, I think it's got to be the most requested of the ones that we've looked at so far on the channel. People have been absolutely raving about this song, so I'm very excited to have a look at it. So I suppose we just get into it, right? So, before we begin... Words. Before we begin, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help. If you have not subscribed, I'd highly appreciate it if you did so. There's a link in the description below for any songs that you would like me to react to. But without any further ado, let's have a listen to Erik Grönwall and his new original song, Praying for a Miracle. Sorry, that harmony, hang on. I love a good harmony. And nice transition between chest and head there. Hell yeah! Oh, okay. Sorry, I know people get really upset when I pause at this, but even Erik does. There's been a couple of times where he's been like, no! Why? Something I want to point out, something that I want to praise heavily vocally here, right? So... in the last couple of videos, I harped on about how when it's such a different environment when you're covering a song as opposed to writing a song for yourself, basically, because no one's going to know your voice like you, and you can kind of guide it towards styles and that sort of thing that you particularly like, right? The kind of running thing that I'm loving with this and listening to Erik sing these is that everything, whilst the three songs have been relatively different, they fit so perfectly. His voice, the songs, the lyrics, the melodies, the harmony work, which again is absolutely insane. But on a technique level, I want to point out something here, right? Where are we? Okay, so the first few times we hear that, I was about to call it a motif, not necessarily a motif, but that melody line. What the hell is going on? He has that flip between chest and head voice, and then in for the first two, I believe, and then on that third one, going into that more mixed powerful belt that he has. I love it when an artist looks at the song and goes, yep, cool, I can do this the same way all the way through, or I can change it up. And what I'm going to do, because we need to push the story along, is increase the stakes by giving it that more power, that more oomph that he does here. And it's such a simple thing where modern music tends to be so the word that comes to mind is bland, and the reason being, in a lot of cases, not all, but there are a lot of cases where, let's say I was recording the next pop hit, right? I would sing the chorus once, and then it would be copied and pasted over in a lot. Like, people do that in a lot of cases, and it drives me nuts because then there's no nuance. It's all the same. There's no building of the stakes. There's no telling the story. There's no emotional change. It's all completely flat, right? I love seeing these things be released and the way that Erik performs this, because it's exactly what I've been asking for. And you can tell, like, you can tell where his where his inspirations lie. Erik, I'd love to know what modern bands you listen to as opposed to bands that are, say, 20, 30 years old. Because I feel like that older era of music is where the emotion would happen more than what we get now. But Erik would probably know some more modern bands that do that sort of thing than I do anyway. But it's just wonderful, and I'm gonna go back just so we can listen to that whole section again, the two head voice parts, and then that change into mixed voice, because it's wonderful.
Well, the dream's so physical, believing everything was possible. What the hell is going on?
Beautiful transition there too.
Away from home.
Da, 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 da.
How did I end up here? No one knows. I'm reaching for the light through all the smoke. Now it seems impossible.
Yeah.
All my fears have taken hold. There's only one way out of this situation. I'm praying for a miracle.
I'm loving this.
There's only one shot left as I reach for the pinnacle. There's only one way out of this sweet temptation. I'm praying for a miracle. Yeah, I got one shot left and it's all so critical.
Love it.
Waiting my whole life for this to come, and now I'm flying too close to the sun. Every sound is beautiful.
Okay.
I'm stronger than I've been before.
Okay, and here's the thing. Here's another thing. I'm sorry, I'm nerding out over this, but there's reasons that I'm stopping so much with this, because genuinely, and Erik, fantastic job with this is an absolute masterclass in how songs should work, in how the songs build and just grow from point A to point B to point C right up until the end. And the reason that I'm enjoying this so much, and it makes me so happy that so many people are really into this, is you've started in that earlier section, right, with just the kind of melody and the transitioning between head voice and chest voice there, kind of keeping it a little bit softer. You then went into that mixed voice with a little bit of harmony work layered in between. And now in the second version, second version, you know what I mean, second verse, you have immediately added more of the harmony work, and you've gone straight for that mixed voice in that da-da-da-da-da-da-da, that melody section there. And this is what I'm saying, that people can learn so much from the way that this sort of thing is done. We need more of this. We need more.
Fear is closing in, but I won't fall. Remember when the life I used to know. Suddenly I'm going up.
Love it.
But I refuse to come undone. There's only one way out of this situation. I'm praying for a miracle.
Ah, that harmony.
There's only one shot left
Ah.
as I reach for the pinnacle. There's only one way out of this sweet temptation. I'm praying for a miracle. Yeah, I got one shot left and it's all so critical.
Yes! Do it again.
rising.
No. Further.
Lights are flashing, smoke is rising, crowd is on a high. As I take the stage, I feel like I could fly.
Damn! The way he gets that note is something crazy to me too. We've listened to a fair bit of Erik on this channel, okay? And I feel like the way that he's approached that is very different. Erik, are you getting taught now, or have you changed the way that you've sung a little bit? Because that was actively different. What we've seen in the past is, I don't want to say a reliance. Reliance isn't the word, and it makes it sound like that he's doing something wrong. But we've seen more of that kind of throat tensing, muscling up. Whereas in that note, there was none of that. Or at least it sounds like there's none of that. It sounded like that was much easier on his voice than what that probably would have been in previous things. And now I might be talking completely out of my ass there, because like there's so much that can happen when we're recording songs in the studio. You can go over things as many times as you want to get a very specific sound. But it sounded to me like that was much easier than notes like that he's done previous.
As I take the stage, I feel like I could fly.
We didn't see any of that. We didn't see any of the tensing there.
As I take the stage, I feel like I could fly.
Fly! I think he's relying much more on... Oh. Okay, here's a weird reference. Right? And I don't know if people are gonna completely understand this. This is gonna be weird. This is gonna be real weird. Okay? And I might have made this reference once before. So what we have, I don't know if this is gonna sound bad, right? Because I don't mean any disrespect by what I'm about to say, but I can see why people may take it that way. So please do know I mean this from a good place. This is coming from a good place. Let's take Goku as an example, right? In the Tournament of Power, this man reached a form called Ultra Instinct, okay? Now, to begin with, he didn't perfect it, but by the end of the Tournament of Power, he did. I feel like Erik, in that section there, reached that perfected form. Because to me, it sounded so easy. He has always been a master of getting the notes and making his voice work for him. And I have always thought of his voice as a statistical wonder because of how he uses it. That there, I don't know what you did to, or like, I don't know what has switched in the way that you approached that, but that was perfect. I don't think you could have hit that note more perfect in that height than what you did there. Holy shit.
It's on a high. As I take the stage, I feel like I could fly.
Genuinely fantastic. Well done.
There's only one way out of this situation. I'm praying for a miracle. There's only one shot left as I reach for the pinnacle. Oh yeah. There's only one way out of this sweet temptation. I'm praying for a miracle. Yeah,
I love it.
one shot left and it's all
brilliant. That's so good. That's so good. And I know what's going to happen too. I know people are going to ask me, Jim, why haven't you thrown a pen yet? And the reason for that is I only have one pen here, and I don't want to throw this one. Look how cute he is. Look at that. I don't want to break it. Let's go to final thoughts. This was sick. Wow. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. These releases have been fantastic. The being able to listen to Erik is always a pleasure, and I mean that genuinely. Anytime, like seriously, anytime anybody says to me, "Hey, Erik's released something," I want to go and see it straight away. Like I genuinely want to go and watch it straight away. And I'm gonna be honest. In my opinion, that song was my favorite of the three. And I know that everybody's going to have differing opinions. That one, for me, I don't think there's anything better that could have been done. Like, unless you were getting into the absolute nitty-gritty of anything, I don't think that there's any improvements that could have been done on that. That is phenomenal. The song is well written. Erik, of course, sings it perfectly well because he wrote the bloody thing, and we know what he is like vocally. The man is a freak, and I love him for it. Please come on the show. I really want to interview him. Sorry. I still want to do it. Reach out to me. Reach out, my friend. But honestly, when I say that it's almost like the man perfected that style and perfected getting into that part of the voice and like perfected the technique of that height there. I mean that. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited when more comes, because that, like, if that's where he's at now, it's only going to get better from here. I'm sure. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe, do all that sort of thing, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support us further and join the wonderful list of people here, we have a Patreon that you can join from as little as $3 Australian per month. And if you like gaming and film reviews, you can join us over at Griever Gaming or Griever Film and TV. Links in the description below. Griever Film and TV is one that I've still yet to launch, but hopefully that'll be soon. Alright, see you soon.